Hey everybody, I'm Walt, and today we're going to look at where Chase went wrong on the updates with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But first, if you're new to this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing how you can use your points and miles to travel for less. So if something that interests you, consider subscribing and turning the bell notification on as well. Also, consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. Now, I think Chase had a good thing going with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It wasn't a perfect card, but it still offered enough value that many people who were invested in that Chase ecosystem could look beyond those mediocre earning rates for its $450 annual fee. But as we continue to see the annual fee on premium credit cards increase, Chase raising the annual fee on the Chase Sapphire Reserve really isn't surprising. But they raised the annual fee and really didn't add much for benefits, and it just felt underwhelming. And there are some people who really do like the changes, but they seem to be in the minority of people, and it just seems the expectations for this card were higher, and Chase just didn't deliver on those expectations. And in the comments of the recent Sapphire Reserve videos I've done, there are a lot more people looking to get rid of this card than seems to keep it. But here's where I think Chase went wrong on this update. First, they added less user-friendly benefits. One of the greatest things about the Chase Sapphire Reserve that made it better than the Platinum card was its user-friendly benefits. The 1.5 cent per point redemption value through their travel portal was very easy and gave solid value for the points, plus it was super simple for people to use. The travel credit, it's extremely easy to use as well. You make a travel charge and Chase just reimburses you for it. But then Chase copied a page out of the American Express's playbook by adding a few benefits that were more specific and not nearly as user-friendly. Now, I don't think the issue here is Chase adding a rideshare benefit or even a dining benefit. It's the limited use in which it was done. If it was more generalized, let's say a $50 dining credit and $50 rideshare benefit, but Chase increased the annual fee by $100, I don't think most people would have cared about this. But instead of opting for a more generalized, user-friendly option, which I feel Chase has been known for, they seem to have divided their customer base on this refresh and added benefits that were more useful to a smaller portion of people. And along the same topic of benefits, it looks like they added temporary benefits. Now, if you look at the added benefits of the Sapphire Reserve, they added 1 year of Lyft Pink, they added DoorDash membership for 2 years, they added $60 in annual credits to DoorDash for 2 years as well. And these new benefits have end dates on them, which I'm really not a fan of. Now, they could be testing these benefits out or looking to add new benefits in the future when these ones expire, but they make no mention of this, which makes it look like these benefits are only added temporarily. But in a year, if they don't renew the Lyft benefit or add a different benefit, you're only left with 1 more year on your DoorDash membership. And then a year after that, unless they add a new benefit or renew this one, you're back to how this card was before the benefits were added, but your annual fee is now $100 more. And while we can complain all we want about the allowance style credits for American Express, they don't have end dates on their dining credit from the Gold card or Uber credit from the Platinum card. And sure, these benefits are always subject to change, but American Express seems to be more stable, or the benefits seem to be around for the long term. So it really makes me think we're seeing them test out these two benefits. But if Chase sees these two benefits aren't successful, do they plan to replace them? And I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But could we also see them just stop offering these benefits altogether and keeping the annual fee higher with no additional benefits? I think it's possible, but really I hope not. In the next place I think Chase went wrong was they didn't update the multipliers. And this was probably my biggest disappointment on the update from the Sapphire Reserve. Now, I realize they're adding a 10x multiplier to Lyft, but that's more limited in its use, and while it benefits certain people, it doesn't benefit all of their customers. But I think we all were hoping to see Chase increase or add different multipliers to the Sapphire Reserve, especially as other premium credit cards have done just that. The 3x on travel is broad, but it's not spectacular. The 3x on dining, again, it's not anything special, especially considering the fact that this card now comes with a $550 annual fee. And there are cards on the market with lower annual fees that out-earn the Sapphire Reserve for dining. And there are cards that are comparable for the travel category, such as the American Express Green Card, which could actually be a beneficiary of the Sapphire Reserve update, which we'll take a look at in a future video. Now, it could be that American Express and Citi have made changes to where Chase didn't feel it needed to add multipliers to keep the Chase Sapphire Reserve towards the top of the premium credit card market. Or maybe Chase feels their customer base will just live with that 3x earning on travel and dining because of the increased portal value redemption they receive with the Sapphire Reserve, although it seems many people weren't too happy with keeping 3x on those purchases. And the last place where I think Chase went wrong in this update is they decided to battle different products. One thing I feel Chase did here is they went after both the Platinum card by offering a Lyft membership and the Gold card by offering a DoorDash membership. But to me, this just seemed misplaced. Instead of trying to attack both of these cards, I felt they really should have focused the Sapphire Reserve on the Platinum card, because the Platinum card still offers certain perks that you can't get with the Sapphire Reserve, most notably hotel status or even extra lounge access, but they have the same annual fee. And you know what? Chase has partnerships with Marriott, Hyatt, and IHG. Could Chase not get gold status to Marriott like you can get with the Platinum card? Or even maybe low-end Hyatt status? And those could go a long way even at low-end status, since Hyatt is their most valuable transfer partner. And since Chase and United have a relationship, why not get United lounge access for Chase Sapphire Reserve holders, similar to how we see the Platinum does with the Delta lounges? Then Chase could have taken the Sapphire Preferred, which is in serious need of a refresh, and have the Sapphire Preferred go after the Gold card. And maybe Chase does that later this year. We'll just have to wait and see. And it would have taken another page out of the American Express book, but building the Sapphire Preferred and Reserve to be complementary cards could strengthen the Chase rotation as a whole and really could have gone after the Gold and Platinum setup. But to only have the Sapphire Reserve attack the dining credit and not even address the dining multipliers falls flat to me, because the Gold card is less than half of the annual fee of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and it's a better daily driver than the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now, it's well known that Chase has lost plenty of money on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and maybe they're hoping people keep this card and pay the increased annual fee regardless of their changes, or maybe get rid of this and product changes to another card to thin the pool of Chase Sapphire Reserve users. And we knew the Chase Sapphire Reserve was going to be making some changes, it was just going to happen. But the fact they added underwhelming, mediocre benefits and increased their annual fee on this card $100 wasn't enough in this competitive market. But you know what? There are people out there who think this card is worth that $100 increase even if they don't use these benefits. But you know what? There are people out there who think this card is worth that $100 increase even if they don't plan to use these benefits. And as fees continue to increase on these credit cards, I find myself wondering, do most of us even need a premium credit card? But that is a topic for a future video. So let me know, where do you think Chase went wrong on the Chase Sapphire Reserve updates? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this video. If you want us to help support the channel, a simple way would be links on the website or in the description below. Until next time, safe travels and take care.